Because I won't be reviewing it in full, I just wanted to quickly tell you all that Barry Jenkins' Moonlight is one of the best films of the year and feels like the Before trilogy combined with Boyhood, but with a little bit more focus and a lot less time. That's 4 movies, 4 great movies, for the price of 1. Go see Moonlight. Tom Ford's Nocturnal Animals is a vicious burlesque show on narrative and noir, taking 2 stories, one diegetic and the other not, and burning down the wall in between them. This is a film almost fully dependent on the richly detailed compositions of director Tom Ford, and he uses his attention to detail to force the stories together in a way that is incredibly subtle enough to intoxicatingly sneak up on the audience. The film begins with a burlesque show appropriately, presenting obese characters dancing stark naked with sparklers. This makes it pretty obvious as to what's going on. That's actually what mostly can be said about this film. It's a disconcerting affair, one that feels fragmented and broken as it plays, but mends together after careful consideration of the frames. Tom Ford puts too much work into compositions that he places up on screen for them not to mean anything, and here they are part of making sense of the film. The best example that I can think of has to do with spoilers, so I'm going to put that warning up right now. See, Nocturnal Animals is about a modern artist played by Amy Adams, whose ex-husband sends her a manuscript for his new book. In said book, a protagonist representing the ex-husband is traveling through West Texas with his family when a deliverance-type attack, rape and murder, befalls the family. The book's protagonist is the only one left alive. The shot showing the dead body of the book's protagonist's daughter is a shot of her naked body laying across the screen showing her back. Later in the film, Adams calls her daughter, who is shot in the exact same way, lying on a bed. It is later revealed that Adams had aborted her child. Ford's use of duplicating the daughter frame allows us to connect the 2 events and stories. This spells out pretty well what Nocturnal Animals does, but also why it's so difficult to piece together. Through the same compositional detail and techniques that director Tom Ford brought to his seriously great A Single Man, he lets the biting guilt of Adam's character as she reads the manuscript be shown through subtle inconsistencies representing the way that this guilt is affecting the mind of Adam's character. Thematically, it never quite gels, but it's so impressive and competent in what it's trying to do that I predict after multiple viewings, Nocturnal Animals will only get better and better. After one viewing, a few things are obvious, though. This is an ambitious, detailed, and acted to perfection film. Jake Gyllenhaal is, as usual, the most excellent actor. Amy Adams is giving a performance that could rival hers in Arrival, and Michael Shannon playing the sheriff in the book story deserves to win a Best Supporting Actor Oscar. Tom Ford has burst back onto the scene with an incredibly layered, confounding piece of work. I give Nocturnal Animals a 9 out of 10. Please, please, please consider subscribing. I really want to keep making content like this, and as long as you guys keep watching it, or listening to it, really, I will.